Hello YouTube, this is Dark Vigilante, and in this video I'm going to be telling you why I think the Paladin is the best bot character in general and for Kolbot. Number one, he can kill enemies in any area, with a few exceptions including the throne room of Bale, but he kills enemies fast in every other area. He does not need Infinity like the Sorceress does, which is very expensive. You could argue that Enigma is expensive too, but Infinity is more expensive. Few enemies are immune to his attacks, with the exception of the throne room, and you have high life, and you can obtain maximum block at the exact same time. And lastly, the Mercenary can kill any enemies and keeps your mana full, with the exception of physical immunes and things like that. So without further ado, let's take a look at an actual Paladin that I have set up, and we're going to look and see exactly what his skills are, his items, and of course what the Mercenary looks like, and stats and all that good stuff. So for starters, we're going to be taking a look at the items. First up, we're going to have Heart of the Oak. This has +3 to skills. The faster cast rate really doesn't matter, but it has some good other attributes there, so we can use those. 40% chance guards, as high as you can get them is best. For Magic Find, we want to balance that with health and maximum block. We also have 2 Volcathos rings, which are going to give me 48 life at level 96. You could substitute in Wisps or Ravenfrost if you so desire. I like having the extra life myself. In the middle, for our belt, we have Arachnid Mesh. Pretty standard for casters, +1 to skills, a little extra mana. We don't really need the mana, but nice to have anyway. War Travelers for the Magic Find, Strength and Vitality. Great boots for magic finding. And Ist, Herald of Zakram. Again, pretty standard fare here for most paladins. That's what we're going to be using. A low strength Enigma, in this case breastplate, which I highly recommend. We don't want to put any strength points whatsoever, so that's perfect. We have a Shako also with an Ist in it, and that's self-explanatory. Mara's Kaleidoscope, the highest resistance as possible with this one is going to be best. Faster cast rate doesn't matter, so we don't need any of that equipment. And Annihilus, if you don't have one, substitute those in for resistance charms and life charms. A couple of PCOMs, again, probably 2 or 3, maybe even 4 is best. As you can see here, I've got some resistance and life charms to fill out the top there. And a Geeds, highest magic find you can get. The gold find is not really that important. And of course, lastly, we have a Hellfire Torch for obvious reasons. Skills, attributes, resistances, amazing. Call to Arms, the highest battle orders and battle command that you can afford or that you can roll. And of course, we have a random Paladin Spirit. Again, the faster cast rate is irrelevant, and we do not need to worry about that whatsoever. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at our Paladin's Mercenary. He's using an Ethereal Insight. This time it's a Thresher. 16 Meditation. You should probably go for 17 if you can afford it or if you can get one. We have an Ethereal Bugged Fortitude. Any stats here will do. Obviously, higher the better. And last up, we have an Ethereal Andes with a roll in it to counteract that negative fire resistance. We don't want our Mercenary, to die from fire, and there's a lot of fire in this game, so definitely worthwhile. In terms of stat points, we do not want to add any strength whatsoever. Whatever the base strength is that we have, we're going to leave it that way. Dexterity, we're only going to put enough points to max block when we're using Holy Shield. There, it's not showing it at 75, but it will be if I activate Holy Shield. And last, we put all the rest of our points into Vitality in order to give us the maximum amount of life. Also, we want to make sure that all of our resistances are completely maxed out at 75 or higher. In terms of skills, we want to make sure that we max out Vigor or Vigor all the way. And below that, we want to put 1 point into Redemption to help us recover mana and health, especially in the Bale Throne Room. We want to max out Blessed Aim because that's a synergy of hammers. Also Vigor was as well. We want to max out Concentration to get maximum amount of hammer damage. And we're going to put 1 point into Sanctuary to help us kill those Wave 2 of the Bale Throne Room because those are a pain in the butt. Max out our hammers because Blessed Hammer is our main attack. And if you have any points left over, which you should, you're going to put a few into Holy Shield. I do recommend getting your bot to the highest level that you're capable of doing so before you go botting, so that you don't have to worry about not having enough skill points, doing all your quests and all that stuff. I hope this helps, guys. If it did, please subscribe. See you next time.